Welcome back to my channel. My name is Selena and I am the Saving Scholar, and I talk about all things cash stuffing. It is Saturday, which means it is my weekly stuff and unstuff. But just a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. It's just something that works for me and my family. My family, I am a wife to Mr. Saving Scholar. I have two adult boys, both at university. One is staying and living with us, and the other has just moved away for university. I have 4 cats and a tortoise. I work full time, and I'm currently halfway through my PhD. So quite busy, and I have a Etsy shop that's just starting to sell things. So thank you everyone if you bought from my Etsy shop. So yeah, it is Saturday. It's been a bit of a muddled week because I've been ill, but let's get through what I've done this week and see how much I've saved. Okay, so like I said, it's been a bit of a muddled week because I've just been unwell, but I did my last video, my last weekly video on Saturday, and after that I went to Aldi for my food shop, and if you've watched my last Saturday video, you know that I only put £80 in this week because it was, for some of the week, it was just myself and my eldest. And I want to just try and cut it down because now we don't have my youngest son. So I went to Aldi and paid £59.27. I also spent £11.12 because they had some stuff that we get for the cats and it was in the special aisle, so we got some of that too. So not bad, actually. I was quite happy with that. I then went to my brother, who pub is very close to where I go for the supermarket in the other area of the city, and he offered me to go out with my niece and him to go Pokemon hunting. So of course I said yes. And we had to pick her up from gymnastics, and they were having like a jumble sale to try and raise money for the gymnastics club, and they had a second-hand gymnastics hoodie, and my niece really wanted it and they only needed cash. So of course I said, I'll buy it for you. I actually took that out of the food, which is very naughty, but I didn't have any other cash on me. So I just took that out of the food, and I'll take the loss from that. That's fine. I don't mind. But then they bought me food and lunch, which was really nice of them because they knew that my husband was away and my youngest had gone away. It was my first weekend fully without him. So they just took me out for a bit of a treat, and it was lovely. We had leftover Chinese from the night before, which was a super win. Bless me. So it was just a really lovely day. The Sunday, I had to buy some cat spray off Amazon, and I put that straight back into the credit card because it came out of my cat expenditure, and then gave my husband £20 on petrol because he said he was coming home early. He was able to come home early from the boat show, and obviously he was missing Mrs. Saving Scholar. So obviously, so he came home a bit earlier. So he came home the Sunday night, late Sunday night. But I had a no spend. I was at home and just doing some PhD work. So fab. And then Monday, it was my first day of teaching, which was just lovely. And it was a no spend. I made sure that I packed everything up that I needed, and I was feeling really good that day. I didn't feel ill at all. And then on the Tuesday, it was payday, and I was very, very excited. And we were just starting to get back into normality because my husband was home. And then I was hit with freshers flu, and it has knocked me full 20. I'm still feeling, probably hear all the little sniffles, still feeling rough, and it's a Saturday. But I was like death warmed up on Tuesday, and I was teaching all day. And I struggled, and actually I did a whoopsie because I had to buy 2 lots of coffee. Everything I packed just wasn't enough. I just needed to get through the day. I had no cold and flu with me because I wasn't expecting to feel so ill. So it all went a little bit peak-tong. And then I couldn't go to the bank after work because I was just needed to go home and crash after teaching. So I took £300 out of the ATM. And then my husband, bless his little cotton socks, actually took out £100 the next day on the Wednesday, so I could do all my stuffing. And that means, this is why it's a bit muddled, that bit there. If you watch my previous video, you know that I put loads into the credit card, into Xmas, and into my graduation fund. So that should be over there. So the Wednesday I did a no spend. As you know, I worked from home that day. I had no spend, and it was quite good because I was just feeling absolutely dire. Thursday, I was teaching in the afternoon, still feeling poorly, so I wasn't really doing that much apart from teaching and trying to sleep. And that was also a no spend. And then yesterday was also a no spend. I was able to kind of get on the coffee and lunch and everything that I needed. So actually, my no spends were pretty good, which is fantastic. So I'm hoping we can kind of keep up with this no spend and try not to buy coffee from work. And I bought no books this week, so that's also a bonus. So with that in mind, let's have a look and see how much stuff I've got in my day-to-day folder to unstuff this week. Okay, so here's my day-to-day folder. This is a folder that I have in my bag every day. It's what I use to buy most of my mandatory things, like toiletries, food, etc, etc. Some of the things in here are monthlies, so I unstuff and stuff on a monthly basis, and you can see me doing that actually on my last video on Wednesday, so please go check it out. But it's really food and vapes that are the weeklies in this folder. So I have nothing in vapes to unstuff, but I do have £20 in food, so which is fab. I'm really happy with that. So considering I cut it down to 80 and I got some bits for my niece, I'm really quite happy with that. So yeah, that's great. And I've got nothing in vapes, but we didn't put anything in this week because we stocked up for myself and my husband. So I just didn't put anything in there, and we managed absolutely fine doing it that way because my husband was away. So I have £20 to £20 of unstuffed. Now I'm going to stuff my wallet. So my household monthly is already in there. I put that in on Wednesday. So my pet supplies, my toiletries, petrol, takeaway we're not doing anything for, books I'm not doing anything for. So that's all done. It's now just to do my food and my vapes. So I have my weekly funds. So for week 1, because it's October. How's it become October already? I'm still in August mode, I think. Okay, so I have £10 for vapes, and then I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90 for food. I've gone back to 90 this week, but I had a chat with my husband last night. We're going to see if we can cut that down maybe in a couple of weeks' time. So, and use the money elsewhere, but we'll see. And then I'm going to 20 for household, 50 for pet supplies, 20 for toiletries, 50 for petrol. That's going to be taken out a little bit today because we're going to fill up some of the car. Takeaway nothing, books nothing, vape I'm going to give 10, and I know that we are going to stock that up as well today, so that might become empty this week. Yeah, and that's all done. So that's all ready for the week and sorted to go in my bag. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to my high priority, because if you have watched my video before, I think you're probably going to know where this £20 is going to be put. Okay, so let's go to high priority. Okay, so whoosh, over to high priority. You're probably all happy that I'm not rambling through this video because I got the sniffles, because I know I can ramble on quite a bit. So this is my high priority folder. These are the things that I'm trying to get through quite quickly. Been having a little think, and I think that this is probably going to be jiggling around a little bit because there's some things that I've decided are not that high priority at the moment, and other things that need to come in that are. And I think we're going to be changing some of the things for low priority. We've been having a bit of a talk and we're going to have a bit of a sit down tonight with my husband just to try and reaffirm what's priorities for us going forward. We've just been having discussions, and some of these things have changed. Now our son has gone to uni. It's just made us sit down and think and decide what we would like, what we need to do. So we're going to do that tonight. So this is my high priority folder. And I did some stuffing in my previous video. So I'm going to leave hair, but I am going to do the credit card because today we are going into the city and we are going to the bank. So this is the one that we are really trying to plow through. So this money has been saved for the month of September. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81. Excuse me. 20, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60, 83. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. 410. So £410 is going in the credit card. So I'm really happy with that. I probably could have saved a little bit more, but there were some other priorities that we just wanted to do, and also that sometimes you just need to fill some of your other goals, don't you, just to keep you going when it comes to cash stuffing. So, but £410 is not bad at all. I'm really genuinely quite happy with that. So £410 will be going into the bank today. And then what we do is we take it to the bank, put it into our joint account, and then it will go whoosh and it will pay the credit card straight away. So we have a slightly different process in the way we do it. We have our separate banks and we have a joint account bank. And all our savings will go into the joint account or our savings. And we do it that way. We don't put it back in. We do it a strange way. But we put it into the joint and then I can transfer it to wherever I would like it to go to be able to pay the things or the savings that we have. So this is going to the bank and this is going to go straight on the credit card. So yay, that's good. And we start again in October. So that's done. We've stuffed my day to day. We've unstuffed it. We've stuffed it. We've gone to the low high priority. Paid some of the credit card off. Now what I want to do is just move on to the challenges because Terps needs to be emptied because actually he's got quite filled. So let's move on. Okay, so here is my challenges folder. Still a work in progress. Again, this is really going to be after our discussion about priorities and allocating amounts. I like to do that with my husband every now and then, just to make sure that we're both kind of feeling on the right track about how we're going to utilize our money, because it is our money. So this is still work in progress, and I haven't really taken as much time as I should do trying to sort this out, but it is on my to-do list. So challenges. I never really did the penny saving challenge, and I would just keep all my change in some dour but glass jars. And then I had a chat with my brother last week, and he said, who is a manager of a pub, and he went, look, I'll change your 1p's and 2p's, because he was moaning that he didn't have enough change at his work. So I was like, okay, well, I've got lots of change, so we'll do this. So I came home and I made these saving challenges, and I made a video of literally going through all my change, and there was a lot. So I've started to do this already. You can kind of watch that video, and then I've been slowly kind of filling these up. Excuse me. So I have my 1 penny challenge, which is coming along quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty Terps, and I'm going to go through my challenges one at a time. Now, I know there's no 1p and no £1 coins in here because I've been doing that quite quickly as I go because they're quite easy to do. But I just wasn't really feeling up to doing 1p's and 2p's. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just separate my 1p's. I hope this isn't too noisy for you all. First thing in the morning. So I still have quite a few 1p's. Let's just do this. Okay, so that's all my 1p's for the minute. Now, my 1 pences, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each coin on my saving tracker let me just get this out. All fingers and thumbs this morning. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so on my saving challenge that I've made, this seems to be working really well for me, is I need to collect 10p's worth of 1p coins to be able to tick off my tracker. So for each coin icon, it's worth 10p. So with that in mind, I have 10p's worth of 1 pence coins, which means I can tick off one of my trackers. So there's another 10p. So if we look at that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So actually it's £1 for each row that I make. So I already have £4 in one piece. Would you believe it? That's how many pound coins I had in my jar. So what I'm going to do, and I've said to my brother that when I hit the £5 mark, he's going to change all my 1p coins and give me a £5 note. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the £5 note back into my saving challenge. And then that way I'm just going to keep it going until I hit that £23 mark. So I've ticked off another one. There we go. And then I am then going to put my 1 pence coins into my 1 pence jar. Let's go do that. Okay, so here's my 1 pence jar. I probably did the wrong choice actually with my 1 pence jar because it's really long and it's probably not ideal. Oh, but I'm going to put these in here. And then I'm going to zip it up. Probably the not most aesthetic video for that then, is it? Okay, so that's done. So my 1 pence coins are done for this session. I'm then going to move on to my 2 pences. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, there's another. Oh, it's okay. I don't need that one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. God, you can really tell I'm not very well today. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's have a look. Okay, so yep, again, so for every coin icon, it makes 10 pence. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, which means I can now cross off the 10 on this one. Fabulous. Okay. So again, I'm going to reach that £5 mark and then I'm going to give it to my brother and he's going to change it for a £5 note. See, I'm not very organised today. Okay, so here's my 2 pence bag, which is actually probably much better. And I really should have made my 1 pence ones in here as well. So here's my 2 pence bag. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put my 2p's in here. There we go. And then, oh dear, I'm going to run out of space. Okay, so, all right, so that's my 2 pence coins done. Da, 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 da. Super duper. And then I'm going to move on to my 5 pence challenge. So 5 pence, I need 50p's worth of 5b's. So I don't think I'm going to do that today. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, 50. I did. Oh, this is very exciting. Okay, so I've got 50p's worth of 5 pence. So let's go back. I didn't even take it out the folder because I didn't think I'd be doing it. Okay, so so it's another 50 pence worth of 5b's. So I can cross that one off. Exciting. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my 5 pence 5p bag and put that in. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! Right, fabulous. Now moving on to the 10, and here's my bit of a disclaimer. I've lost my 10p savings challenge. Oh no. I don't know why, but I can't find it. So my 10p challenge will be the same as a 5. It'll be for every 50p. It crosses off. So 50p's worth of 10s. Let's have a look. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So put that one in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabulous. I'm running out of room. Okay, I'm going to put that in there for now until I find my tracker. And then I will do that. And then I've got 20p. So each icon in this one is £1. So I need to find £1 worth of 20s. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60. Okay, so I can do £1 worth of 20s. 4, 5. Fabulous. Goes to my 20s. And I haven't actually filled anything off on this tracker yet. Okay, obviously don't get many 20s. Okay, so I'm going to cross off my first one. So £1 worth of 20s. And then I'm going to just put this straight in here because there aren't many coins at the moment. There we go. Da, 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 da. And that is done for my coins. Okay, so moving through the challenge binder, Up in Smoke, which is any money that I've saved on my vapes. It's got nothing still at the moment because we just did it a different way and I've just started this challenge. And then I have my To Be Read Reading Savings Challenge, my favourite time of the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look what I've read this week and what I'm going to read next. Okay, yay, book time. So as you know, if you've watched my previous videos, I am a bibliophile. I love reading. But because I've been ill and been really busy, I haven't read as much as I normally do. Because when I get into bed, I just crash. But you will know from my previous video that this month I read John Wayne Gacy's book. And it was okay. It was okay. It got better at the end. So I've read that one and I ticked that one off. And then I was recommended by one of you lovely YouTubers to read The Truth Hurts. And it's called This Lie Will Kill You by Chelsea Pitcher. So thank you to the person that recommended me that. I think I mentioned you in my previous video. I loved it. Actually, I really liked it. I gave 4 stars. Thought it was great. And it was just a nice little read, which actually is what I needed at the time. So I've read that one too. So with that in mind, I can cross off my To Be Read saving tracker. So if you don't know, my To Be Read saving tracker is that it's about reading books, but it's actually reading the books I already have. So I don't buy books because that's quite a big area of my budget. So I've now read 2 books, and then once I've read 4 in my pile, I then put a £5 into my To Be Read Saving Challenge, and that will then lead up to £90. And then I will probably go get myself a nice book from my local bookshop. And then the rest, I'll decide where I want to put it. So, but this is just my little saving thing. Okay, so that's just a nice treat for me. So I've read 2. So it's still pretty slow for me at the moment, which is a shame, but I'm not being too hard on myself because I've just not been well enough to read much, if I'm honest. So with that in mind, I finished This Lie Will Kill You yesterday. So I haven't started a new book, and no one gave me a recommendation on what to read next. So I've got these books. I've added Mexican Gothic to the mix now, and this is one that I do need to read for work. But I'm not sure what I'm going to read. I don't know if I fancy reading Mexican Gothic yet. So this is why I asked you guys to help me pick one. Because I can never pick what I want to read. I still think I need quite a simple, easy book, actually, because my brain's still not quite fully functioning, and my reading mojo still lost me a little bit. So I think I'm actually going to read James Patterson. I'm not the biggest James Patterson fan, but I do find that I do whiz through them. So I think I'm going to read James Patterson next. I don't know if you need to wish me luck or not. So if you have any recommendations for which ones to read next, Mexican Gothic is probably the most well-known out of these ones. But please leave a comment. Let me know which one you would like me to read next, and that's what I will do. And I'll give you a little mention. Okay, so that's all my reading for this week. So let's move on. Okay, so actually that is everything for today. I'm sorry if it's been a little bit muddled. I'm really just not feeling pucker today. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I will do, I think I'm probably just going, I might do a little mini stuff on Wednesday, because there's been some things sold on my Etsy store. So I might have a little mini stuff there. If not, I will see you all next Saturday for my weekly unstuff. Okay, have a great weekend. Happy savings, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.